I think I've screwed up. Big thing that you need to double check yourself, and this will hopefully stop you screwing up like I've screwed up. Battery. We're getting into that time of year again now where it's going to start affecting, the weather's going to start getting worse, and we need to make sure that we stay on top of our battery. Even if you've got solar panels on your Caravan, you need to make sure that your actual battery is in a good condition. Let's have a look. It's blinking windy today, so I think having a good look through some of the vans. This is on at 20,495, and I think we're even on about doing a few more sale bits. So if there's any Caravans that you're interested in, come and have a look, because we're keen to do a deal. So I know that a lot of people with part exchanges, that's been our real struggling point. So we're trying to sort of entice people into doing part exchanges so that we've got more stock to sell, and then also it gets people moving. So things like this, again, that more expensive stock, we're going to try and do a bit better deals on part exchanges for people. So as I say, on the lorry build that we're doing, it's actually a 24 volt set system on battery, so it's got two 12 volt batteries, and one battery is not looking great. Got a issue with the battery on the self-build lorry. Now, it's been in the unit for quite a while, so we've not been having enough power for the solar to sort of keep the battery trickled up. Now I'm literally onto a point of that I have to put the charger onto the batteries to be able to boost it, to be able to start it every single time now. On our solar controller I've got about 18 volts, and I've got an issue obviously coming up now. We've got a solar panel that I fitted on the lorries to try and keep the batteries topped up, but because I've had it inside and it's not been getting the sun, a bit like we're going to now start getting into the winter and it's not going to get the sun to charge up your Caravan leisure battery, I think I've damaged one of the batteries. I'm trying to repair it, so we'll see, and hopefully when I do the next lorry build update, I'll have that in within that, so I'll show you how to actually repair a battery, or try to repair a battery. But it's a great time for you now to actually make sure your leisure battery is fully charged up. Take it off the Caravan, take it home, get a separate charger and actually give it a good charging up. On Sunday we've got a few Caravans under £10,000. Again, that's something that we're going to be looking at over here at Garden Village. Got a few Caravans under £10,000. We're also going to be looking at the checks that you should be doing now. Is obviously the weather's changing, it's getting worse. We're getting into that sort of winter time, so a really good time now to start making sure that your leisure battery, as I say, is in good condition. He's just starting his PDI on this one, just to try and... No, it's just literally trying to get it ready for sale, because there's a few little jobs that need doing on this. I can't find the radio. Somebody's hidden the radio. If you know where the radio is, let me know, because I don't. So. There we go, there we go. So yeah, no, it's just starting his PDI and it's just trying to get our pre-checks. We're trying to get ahead on the sort of salesy stuff, so that anything a bit cheaper, they always normally need a little bit more work. So we're just trying to get
parts and
yeah, so again parts. We can get things ordered, and again it's a great time now if you're sort of thinking about putting the Caravan away or not using it as much, to be trying to do all the little jobs, trying to make sure everything's as it should do. So Caravan servicing, again, it's always a difficult one of when to actually have your Caravan serviced, whether to have it done just before you use it, start of the season, or whether to have it sort of done now. But the problem is, if you have your Caravan serviced now and you're not using it till next year, it's sort of, you've lost half of your service, if that makes sense. A good thing to actually have done is your Caravan service, because it'll have all your gas system checked, your electrics checked, your water system checked, and again damp check. That's a big important one. So this has just come in. It's going to be 7,495. It's got a fixed bed in it, a nice layout. It's been well looked after, it's not been knocked around, but as I say, there's little bits and bobs that you tend to find on the older ones, sort of little trims and bits and pieces like that. So we're just starting to try and get ahead of things like that.
Price for it? is.
Yeah, nice. 2007, 1,500 kilos. So again, it's sort of average sort of weight. The Sterlings were always nice vans, to be fair, nice tidy vans. Little Orion, so this is a little lightweight one. It's got a motor mover. 1247 on this, so a bit lighter, little fixed bed, more compact, more of a smaller compact van.
Suitable for your electric cars?
Yes, yeah, again, so if you are going to tow with an electric car, it's not a bad one to actually be sort of using. Again, when he's done some of his checks, and we're still waiting for bits and pieces, need a microwave, we need a radio, so things like that we're now starting to sort of get sorted out. Bits and bobs that you can do yourself. So let's say that you had your Caravan serviced last year and now you're sort of halfway through, so you're not going to have it serviced till next year again now, and we're thinking about sort of, as I say, putting the Caravan away. I'm not using it as much now through the winter. Just lubricating your legs up, so WD-40, if we spray up the thread of the legs, and again wind it up and down with your drill or even by hand, and again it's just going to keep that sort of lubricated and make it not sort of have any issues over the winter. Lubricating things up like our jockey wheel, so our thread on the section here, our actual jockey wheel, just run it up and down, and again just a little bit of WD around our mechanism on our handbrake is all going to help. Again, it's sort of, it is getting to that point where a lot of people don't use the Caravan so often through the winter, so it's just little things now to sort of be doing. On Sunday's video we've got a few more tips coming up of things that you should be doing and things that you're going to want to do. So yeah, we've had as I was saying at the beginning part of the video, is we're trying to encourage and entice people into the part exchanges, so then it also then gives us the part exchanges to get people back in, first time buyers. I think we had a quick look at this last week. Again, it was one that had got a little bit of damp. There's a separate video that's going to come out on this, so it's 4995. As I say, it's had a little bit of damp at the front on this on the last couple of services. I think it had been sealed up, but it had got readings there, so just a little bit of TLC. Again, a cracking little van for the money. So if you're sort of thinking about getting into the market, which again we've had a lot of first timers, and we've got a video coming out about the towing. There's a lot of confusion still about people not sure on what they can or what they can't tow, as in if you passed your test after 97. There isn't any more B+E licences to take, so if you pass your test after 97, basically you can tow anything, because as long as your car can tow it, you can tow anything. And we've got a video coming out with a bit more information on that. 17495, one of the favourite layouts, 2018. That separate island bed at the back and the washroom in the middle. A really nice van. Very good layout. So I think when you look at sort of what these were again 12 months ago, you couldn't really get anything like this for under 20 grand. So you look at 17.5 now, and again that's then where we've got the issue still of people with part exchanges, that the van that you're buying has dropped in price, but so has the part exchange. So if you've bought within the last couple of years, it's quite difficult. So we're trying to find ways now of sort of how can we entice people in, and how can we make it not so bad. But it's that price to change which is the important one that you need to sort of focus on, rather than what your part exchange is or what the Caravan that you're buying is. Got a nice 6 berth here as well. A bit of a funny one this week, because I've done a sort of main video for Sunday, and I've done a fair few of the tips that I wanted to do, so it's just going over, starting now to get back into the tips of what we should be doing for the winter, what we should be getting used to. I'm now trying not to go on about, I'm trying to stop myself from saying about the tips that we're going to do on Sunday's video, because we've already done them.
It smells really nice in here.
Yeah, nice van. 2022 this one, good 6 berth, good family layout. 19495. So again, nice having that sort of extra section at the back.
It's the same upholstery as that other one that we picked up in.
Yes, yeah. So again, even though that was 18, it's funny how they didn't really change upholsteries. I think they kept the upholstery sort of from pre-COVID, over COVID. Lost the control panel in the newer ones. So I think the other one would have had the newer, older. Oh no, it didn't. It did have a touch screen, but not quite like that. So, and again, weight on this one is 1528 kilograms. So again, a nice van. Making sure, we did our video the other week about cleaning your caravan. So again, a good time to sort of make sure that it's all polished up. Make sure that sort of it's probably a little bit too early to clean the caravan on the outside with the overwintering. Fenwick's doing overwintering cleaner that you can sort of put on the caravan, and then it's just going to stop all that green and all the dirt, and again when you come to it next season, it's literally wash it off and it's a lot easier to clean and keep on top of. But if we can get some decent weather, a good polish makes a hell of a difference. And again, you can sort of polish it, put the Fenwick's overwintering cleaner on there as well, and that's really going to make life a lot easier. Nice fixed bed, this one, 14,995.
This one smells really
2015. Big fridge freezer, fixed bed. Looks like a new mattress, doesn't it, that?
Yeah.
And then we've got the nice big separate shower and toilet at the back. I can't believe this hasn't gone. You sort of look at value for money now. It looks more than 15 grand, doesn't it, this?
Yeah, yeah.
It looks more than 15 grand. I think
it's like new, it's like it's hardly been used.
it's been really well looked after. It's got the Aldi central heating, electric on the hob. You've got the big fridge freezer. So again, quite a nice mix at the minute, where we've got stuff from sort of 5 grand all the way up to sort of 30 odd grand, but we've got a nice amount in the middle. So
because at one point there was nothing under 10 or
no, yeah, and again I think
15ish.
no, a lot of people have sort of been wanting to get into the market but have struggled because the prices have just been horrendous. But we are now getting those part exchanges through. It helps us then with the part exchanges because we can then service that sort of starter part of the market, which again where we've had a lot of people coming through and going, oh, I can't tow that because of the weight. So that little video is coming out, and that's what we're just touching on a minute ago. No motor mover on that one, so just something to bear in mind. A real little cheapie, 2995 this one. I don't know whether we've ever looked in this one. So a little 5 berth, 2006. Again, it's had a little bit of damp at some point, but again, sort of
these are quite a versatile layout. You can use that as a double bed, can't you?
yes, you can leave this made up. Now this is a good one to actually look at. Can you see all the pimpling on the
Really
so it's all solid but it's pimpled, so that's where it's had damp. So basically the water's got in there, it's reacted with the glue in the boarding, and so if you've got any areas like that, that's basically been caused by damp.
Where do you think that came from?
Probably the issues that they had on these was awning rail and roof rail. So there's three, you've got the sort of roof meets the back panel and the side rail, and that's normally sort of where that would have come from. So at some point it's had a good old leak. To feel it, it all feels solid, but that's damp. That's what the damp is. This side is fine, so that's how it should be. But again, a good little sort of starter, get into the market, test it out, see whether you like it. Decent little washroom on there, so good entry into the market point.
What weight is it?
It's rubbed off. It's rubbed off. It's going to be about 1450-ish kilos maximum, so not too dissimilar to all the others that are sort of 1500 kilos. We looked in that Conqueror the other week. That has been sold and sort of that's gone. That had got, I don't know whether you ever looked in that had got the island bed on the corner. Yep. I've looked through the window there. So that had got the island bed on the corner.
Oh, gosh.
So that was an early fixed island bed layout before your sort of mainstream island beds. Still got the little sport and fun. We did a little separate video on that, and somebody had said we'd said that there was no TV or no TV bracket, and somebody said it's in the cupboard. So you got a little aerial point.
Oh.
Missed it. So yeah, little aerial point, a couple of sockets, so you could put a TV bracket into there and have your TV that slides out, and then you can all watch it from the front. So even the adventurers like to watch TV, I suppose, now and again.
After a hard day of adventuring.
Exactly. So yeah, a few more tips that are going to be coming up. As I say, Sunday's video we're looking at a few more cheaper vans. We've got a little camper coming as well, so we'll have a look at that. And then we're going to do some more individual videos on different vans, more tips. So again, it's now the time to sort of, weather's changing. Obviously this week has been horrendous with the weather, so we're going to be looking at sort of things that we need to be thinking about now, getting the caravan ready for the winter. All those little checks. As I say, it's a difficult time. If your caravan's got warranty, obviously, trying to get out the wind. If your caravan's got warranty, obviously you have to have the servicing done to keep your warranty in sort of situ, and that has to be done around the purchase date. So even if you bought it now, originally your servicing has to be done now. So obviously if that's the case, if it's not and your caravan's not got warranty, it's one of those, do you have it done now, or do you wait till the start of the season? I like to have it done just before you're going to use it, because you've not wasted sort of half of your service effectively. But it just depends. As I say, if you've got warranty, you'd have to have it done now anyway. So little bits and pieces that you can do, just checking your battery, grease up your legs. You don't need to grease up your nipples yet, we're not going to do that, we're not getting to that point, but that is coming. And then also water system, bits and pieces like that. So that's going to be coming up over this next couple of weeks. So hopefully you've enjoyed our little sort of bitty video. It's a bit of a bitty one in the wind, and we'll see you on Sunday. Thanks for watching. I'm Mark at the Caravan Place.